Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk to you about something that broke this morning, but I mean, the news came out a little bit earlier. And this is crazy, man. It's about a gunshot victim that was rushed to the hospital, right? With a bunch of people in the car. When they got there, they were dropping the guy off, and 4 nurses came out to help him. Now, this story's out of Philadelphia, right? And I don't know what happened, but in the midst of them trying to help this man and get him on the stretcher, the driver of the car that brought the man there for aid ran over the nurses. One of them's in critical condition, real bad, and the story will tell you about it. But I mean, some of this stuff is something you see out of a movie script that'll have you just like holding your mouth. The way the world is now, it's like you got adults out here. I don't know how old these people are, how young they are, but just doing stuff that's not normally associated with somebody with common sense. Why would you run over people that's trying to help you? These nurses put their life on the line, coming across diseases, all kind of stuff, to help people and get people back on their feet. You brought that person. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's look at it, and then we'll come back and just talk about the stuff that makes sense to some people that don't. Take a look.
To some breaking news here. A horrifying hit and run in front of Penn Presbyterian Hospital. 4 nurses struck while trying to help a gunshot victim who had just been dropped off by car. That car hitting all 4 of them. It happened earlier this morning, and Marcus is on the scene. Good morning.
Good morning, Shayna. Yeah, there's a lot to break down here, and a lot could change as we get more information. Well, behind me here is the scene where that took place and what you talked about. This all started from a gunshot victim, a shooting victim, being taken to the hospital by a group of individuals in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. They had dropped off that shooting victim here at Penn Presby at the emergency room here. As that happened, this was just before 4:30 this morning. Hospital staff obviously comes running out, trying to help and put the shooting victim onto a stretcher. Between 3 to 4 nurses were working to verify the number exactly on how many exact nurses were there helping, but also hospital staff, according to a witness that I spoke to. So that witness saw the entire thing go down. They pull up just before 4:30. They're trying to get the shooting victim onto a stretcher. The car was blocked in by a second vehicle, a Chevy Malibu that had its back windshield shot out. Police have towed that vehicle and have taken that vehicle as well. That is a part of the investigation. So that driver was blocked in right there, and then he was blocked in from the front as well by those nurses and by staff trying to help the shooting victim. According to the witness I spoke to, at one point, one of the individuals inside the Jeep got into the driver's seat. There's reportedly 3 to 4 people inside that Jeep Grand Cherokee. We're working to verify that information as well, but one got into the driver's seat and then floored it and drove forward because he was blocked in from the back by that Malibu, and then that's when he hit all of the nurses that were there, and then ended up running over a male nurse, running over his head. Now, one nurse is in critical condition, and it's believed the other nurses are in stable condition, but that is the entire layout and timeline of how that unfolded there, especially according to that eyewitness, and police spoke about it as well this morning.
Victim was brought up in a gray Cherokee, pulled up into the emergency driveway here. The 4 nurses pulled the male outside of the vehicle and tried to render first aid. At that time, the vehicle took off, striking all 4 nurses, and one, again, is in extremely critical condition, and 3 are unstable.
And so police right now investigating that Chevy Malibu, also involved. Now, as far as the shooting victim, he was in his 20s, according to police, and that shooting took place in the 1300 block of Belmont Avenue in Parkside near Thompson Street. So that's where this initial thing all started from. That shooting victim taken by private vehicle, that Jeep Cherokee, here to the emergency room. As that shooting victim was trying to be placed onto a stretcher, somebody inside that vehicle got in the driver's seat and floored it and drove forward, hitting all the nurses that were trying to help out that shooting victim, and then running over, according to a witness I spoke with, one of those nurses running over his head. And so we have one nurse in critical condition and then others in stable condition right now. Certainly much more to come on this as the day progresses.
For sure, Marcus. Just a terrible story. Thanks so much for the update. 8:30.
Guys, that's the story. A man ran over a male nurse, got his head ran over from some craziness. Now, I don't know what made this person jump in the car and run over these people that are helping the person they brought to the hospital. You can't make it make sense. You can't. I don't even know what happened to the Jeep. Did the Jeep take off? Did they arrest somebody? What's going on here? All I do know is this. These people work 12-hour shifts, right? And now one of them ain't going home. Well, a lot of them ain't going home. They had to stay overnight in the hospital. Can you imagine getting the phone call? Yeah, your husband or your wife got ran over by a car from somebody trying to, and they said it was a hit and run. So evidently the Jeep left. You brought these people, I guess they was asking too many questions. You know, gunshots bring what? Gunshot victims bring what? Police. Maybe they had warrants. Either way, man, this is craziness. It's craziness. This is stuff in a movie. You can't even make this up. And you know what bothers me, man? And I'm gonna say this, man. This type of behavior make you not want to do nothing for nobody. With the rise of violence and stuff like this and craziness out here and people being targeted for no goddamn reason, whether you are part of something or not, nowadays it's like people can really need help and you don't even want to help them. You don't. Everybody got game with them. Everybody got some type of bravado inside themselves where they got to act like they something bigger than they not. Everybody act like they tougher than leather or beyond being human. Nobody has any human decency or respect for other people. These are healthcare workers. They do this job because they want to, not because they have to. For you to come up there, drop somebody off, and now I'm out, and run over the people. Why'd you even drive up there in the first place? You obviously cared about the person you was bringing up there, but you didn't care about the people. Caring for the person you cared about? The world is ass backwards, y'all. I mean, for real. Just looking at this, the world is ass backwards. Where did we go from here? I told you, to fix this, it's going to take a lot of people being taken out of here, whether they want to go or not. Because, I mean, right now, the way people act, especially in times of like stress at an adult age, it's beyond me. Whatever happened to keeping a cool head under pressure? How many times you seen videos where somebody gets shot and people jump around and do crazy stuff and the person bleeding out on the ground instead of getting them help or picking them up and taking them to the hospital right away? That's no different than this. You was at the hospital and did some craziness and caused a bigger problem than you. Said the man's head got ran over, he in critical condition, not doing good. The man was at his job and doing his job. What's fucking with that? He's worse off than the person they brought there with the gunshot, most likely. Think about it. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.